Hey guys, M13 here, and I'm going to try to finish that last topic. The topic was cruisers versus sports bikes, which to buy. My first, I owned a couple of cruisers to begin with, and I've got a large amount of experience on cruisers. I probably put more miles on my cruiser than I have on this sports bike and my last sports bike, like, put together. because I used to ride just non-stop, and I did cross-country trips around Canada a few times. You know, cross-country, I can do a lap around the whole island of Taiwan, and it's only about 1,200, 1,400 kilometers. And but you know, in Canada, that would 1,400 kilometers might not even be one way. You know, actually, it'd be like halfway. That'd be like from the west coast to like the middle of Canada. It'd be about 1,400 kilometers, and then you still got to go another 1,400 and then back again. So you're looking at like 6,000, 7,000. Yeah, so I've got a lot of experience on cruisers. I bought a cruiser because, to begin with, I liked how they looked. And to be honest, that's what it really just boils down to. If you like the styling of cruisers, then get one. Because, sad to say, cherry blossoms. You know, cherry blossoms, people wonder what's so cool about them. Well, I do anyways, because, you know, you see them in a lot of movies and stuff. And people, like, travel to go see the cherry blossoms blooming and this and that. It's because they only blossom once a year. The rest of the year, they look like this. They look like a perfectly normal tree, and there's nothing special about it. And then once a year, for like a week or two, they will, took that corner so badly. Let's make up for it on this one. Yeah, they only blossom for like a couple of weeks out of the year. So out of a full year, you only have a couple of weeks to see the flowers. So that's what's special about them. There's a cactus. There's a cactus that has some kind of cactus in like the deserts in America, like Nevada or wherever. That's where they have deserts, right? Around Vegas and stuff. Vegas is in Nevada. Anyways, Nevada. Yeah, they got some kind of a cactus that has it has a flower that blooms on the very top of it, just one flower, and it only blooms like I think it's either once every few years, more cherry blossoms. It's either once every few years, or like something crazy, like once after 20 years. Like, it has to grow to a certain height, and then it'll one single flower or blossom on the top after like 20 or 30 years of growing. It's either that, or it's the other thing that springs to mind, or it only blossoms for like two days per year. Like, once a year, you have like 2 days where the flower blossoms, and that's it. So yeah. What are we talking about again? Flowers? Yeah? You guys want to know some flowering tip? Gardening? M13 gardening channel?
First you dig the hole. You dig the hole, and then you take the brick and you put it in the hole. And then it grows into a house.
Sports bike cruisers. Yeah, sorry to say, but if you like the styling of a cruiser, then by all means go get one. But that's about the only benefit to having a cruiser, is the styling. A lot of people think you get cruisers for comfort and you get sports bikes for speed. And I personally disagree with that. Because I find doing 8 hours on a cruiser to be equally or more uncomfortable than doing 8 hours on a sports bike. And not only that, it's not as good for you. What do I mean by that? A sports bike is exercise. It's honest to God exercise. So maybe you feel like you're just riding around on your motorcycle wasting gas, but that's not true, because you're actually exercising and you're getting healthy, and you're working out all sorts of chest and arm muscles. On a cruiser, not so much. On a cruiser, because of your straight back position, you're just kind of sitting on your butt, and and you don't need to brace yourself as much. You still do, but just less so. And on a sports bike, with a very sporty seating position, which is the kind I like. I personally wish my handlebars could be like lower, and I like my butt to be high and my head to be low. That's what she said. Because I like the more aggressive the riding position. Well, the more aggressive the riding position, the more feel you have for the road and for what the bike's doing. The more one you become with the bike. And did you read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance? I read it. The way to read that book is to read like every other chapter, because you get like one chapter discussing the motorcycle ride, and you get the next chapter discussing I don't even know what. It's like the guy's like some kind of super genius that wrote the book, and it's just like, whoa. You read books like that. Just read a book like that, and then you'll realize how dumb you truly are if you think you're smart. And this traffic is getting to be a bit much, and I love the fact that the guy in front of me is just constantly staying fully in the oncoming lane, because he obviously has many chances to pass those 3 cars in front of him. I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, so I find with a sports bike you're actually getting good exercise, because of the aggressive sitting position, you use your arms to actually support some of your upper body weight, especially when you're accelerating and braking. So, and on a Harley type bike, a cruiser is not so much. On a cruiser type bike, you're just sitting on your butt. It's like sitting on a couch. You kind of, like I said, you use your arms to kind of withstand the acceleration and braking somewhat, but nowhere near as much. And when you're just kind of casually cruising, you wouldn't be supporting your weight on your arms at all. But with the sports bike, you actually are. With the sports bike, you're kind of like leaning forward and supporting your weight a little bit, even when you're just casually cruising. So it's good exercise. It's like doing constant push-ups, because every time you brake, you need to every time you brake, your body wants to kind of fly forward over the bike, so you need to use your arms to push away to keep yourself on the seat. And then every time you accelerate, your butt wants to slide back on the seat, so you need to pull with your arms to keep yourself in the same position, to stop your butt from sliding backwards. So every time you accelerate and brake, you're pushing and pulling with your arms. So it's awesome exercise. So with a Harley, people think they're more comfortable. The reason with a sports bike, like I said, you support some of your weight with your arm. With a Harley, much less so. So with a Harley, you're just kind of sitting on your butt for 8 hours straight on a fairly uncomfortable chair, and it's kind of vibrating. So it's like sitting on just like a vibrating chair for 8 hours. Which, if you're a girl, I'm sure is good, but if you're a guy, not so much. But with a sports bike, because you're supporting some of your weight on your chest, it's not as uncomfortable on your bum. And in the beginning, it's uncomfortable. More like when you're learning to ride, a sports bike will be much more uncomfortable than a cruiser, because you're using muscles that you haven't used before, and you're unused to it. And with a Harley, you're just kind of sitting, which is comparable to sitting. So you're kind of used to that. But like I said, with a sports bike, once you've ridden it for a little while, just not even that long, like just a couple of weeks, then your body gets used to it, and it starts to develop muscles that it hasn't needed to develop before, and then you're fine. And then I would say it's more comfortable. So that's what I think the myth perpetuates from. I think people who are new to riding They try out a cruiser and they try out a motorcycle, a sports bike, and then they think to themselves, the cruiser is much more comfortable because I only rode the sports bike for 20 minutes and my arms are killing me. That's okay. They're killing you because you're getting a good workout, and if you work out for a couple of weeks, boom, then you're fine, man. And I'd rather get exercise than not while riding. So, and it's not even like it's not like you're using. It doesn't hurt because you're using the muscles so much. It hurts because you're using muscles that you literally have never used before. You got like muscles that are just. It's like they say like professional swimmers, like Olympic swimmers. Even though they have the bodies of like gods, they supposedly suck at anything other than swimming. Like even though they look like they have these perfect bodies, if they were to go play baseball or football or soccer or anything else, they supposedly their bodies aren't designed for it because their muscles are designed for swimming and that's it. That's what I hear, anyways. Yeah. So did I talk about the topic? I think I did this time. Hey guys, check out this game. I don't know if you get this kind of stuff in America yet, but it's like you use a mouse, man. It's like an online shooter, and you got a joystick, and it's a touch screen. You got touch screen, mouse, joystick, and then all of these. It's like a battle mech, you know, giant robots fighting, and it's on. You play it online. So even though there's 4 machines here, and even though there's no one playing here, there's probably someone playing somewhere. So it matches you with servers, and you can battle it out online. Pretty cool, man. And of course, games like this, you use like an ID card, and you save your character, and you build them up. You guys got stuff like this in America? I don't know. It's been a long time.